Hello everyone. My name is Art Russell. Welcome to my channel. I'm hoping that we'll feel a real heart-to-heart connection during this video. That the content that I share will land very deeply in your awareness, if that feels right for you. If you intuitively realize that there's a deep message that's being shared. I'm hoping that it will help you question your beliefs about identity and the nature of reality itself. So let's begin. The first information comes from a book entitled Who Am I? By Sri Ramana Maharshi. He was an Indian sage who wakened suddenly to true self at the age of 16. The information is in the form of a question from a seeker and the reply from Sri Ramana Maharshi. So the question: is there no difference between waking and dream? And his reply: waking is long and dream short. Other than this, there is no difference. Just as waking happenings seem real while awake, so do those in a dream while dreaming. In dream, the mind takes on another body. In both waking and dream states, thoughts, names, and forms occur simultaneously. So what he was stating, of course, is that this happening right now in what we call waking state reality is similar to a dream. The mind is the creator of all of this. The next information comes from a book entitled The Soul's Journey by Hazrat Inayat Khan. He was an Indian musician and a Sufi mystic. Here's the quote: every experience on the physical or astral plane is just a dream before the soul. It is ignorance when it takes this experience to be real. Now, I'd like to make a point about the last part of that quote, to be real. It's important to realize that this doesn't mean that we can ignore the forces that are at play during the waking state. In the same way that it would hurt or injure or kill even if we were hit by a car in a nighttime dream, the same rule applies here. It doesn't mean that we can ignore this reality. The next information comes from a book entitled Dissolving the Ego, Realizing the Self by David R. Hawkins. He was an American psychiatrist, a physician, a spiritual teacher, and author. Here's the quote: the world that the ego pictures is a projection of its own illusions and positionalities. No such world exists. In the same way that a nighttime dream only exists during it, the contents of a nighttime dream do not exist when they're not witnessed by the mind that perceives them. The next quote is from a book entitled Man's Eternal Quest by Paramahansa Yogananda. He was a renowned Indian guru and yogi who introduced meditation and Kriya Yoga to the West. Here's the quote. Live in the consciousness of spirit, in that oneness with God, wherein you know that life is a dream. The next quote is actually a Bible verse from Hebrews chapter 11, verse 3. Through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of God, so that things which are seen were not made of things which appear. Now, in the materialism paradigm of reality, we have been conditioned to believe that things have independent existence. This is implying that things are made of consciousness. That certainly holds true during nighttime dreams. And what I'm sharing is that that applies here also. Now, you might be thinking, okay, Art, if you're stating that our daily waking state reality is similar to a nighttime dream, is nothing real? And I'm saying that yes, the contents of a nighttime dream and the contents of the waking state reality are real. It's just that we're questioning what is their reality. And their reality is made of consciousness. Everything, every person, every event is made of consciousness. Now, I'd like to show you a framed quote that I had made up when I moved into this apartment. And it's from a book entitled I Am That by Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj. Or it chronicles the talks between seekers and Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj. Here's the quote. I hope that you'll be able to see it without glare. The real does not die. The unreal never lived. Now, what he was saying is that this, right now, is a projection of universal consciousness, and that's our true nature. If you've enjoyed this video or found it useful or helpful in some way, I invite you to share, subscribe, and like. More information is found through my free articles at thinktwice.me and also through my book entitled This Taste of Flesh and Bones, available from Amazon. Thank you very much for listening, for being with me. Looking forward to sharing with you again soon. Bye for now.